Un, dos, tres, cuatro.
Okay, Pitbull.
No.
Anyway, hello everyone. I am Dragon's Arcat, and I will be your dungeon master for this evening as we play our wonderful campaign of the Underachievers D&D. And my camera is fucked, so there we go. Have a bit more of me. There you go. You hate it, don't you? Cool. No worries. So now that my rambling's done and out of the way, hi. I'm Dragons and Cats, and I'll be running some friends through a wonderful game of D&D. I hope so. I hope they enjoy themselves. Let's see.
No, I hate it.
You're welcome. Because this is just going to be, an execution scene. Good luck. Time to go to your gods.
And for Dane to die.
Yeah.
Leave Dane alone.
It's Dane's death day.
Exactly. Anyway, we'll start off with do the rounds. You can introduce yourselves and your character. So let's start with, let's see. We'll start with Dina Fey or Cat Roulette.
Just sec, I'm posting my Dabbermate in chat. It's important. Hello, I am Cat Roulette or Jimmy. You can find me as Cat Roulette in places on the internet where I do art and make cosplay sometimes, not at the moment, and stream also sometimes, but not at the moment. But I am still doing a lot of art, so if you want to see that, then whatever. I'm playing Adina Faye, or Faye, who is a drow horizon walker ranger slash bounty hunter, who is very cool and isn't with the party this session. So in case people forget, I'm not going to be executed because I'm not there.
This session can it just be like Faye's like side quest? It's like what Faye did that day. Like
It's just out like
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
yes, that kind of shit. You know?
I mean, I've been wondering.
I'm like pranking people.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
I've been wondering what they're doing as well. And for Brilliant Night,
Hello.
massive
Wow,
subscription.
19,
Thank
man.
you, 19. I should do something special for you. I'll get something done. Cool.
You could pronounce it how it's spelt, which is Verdian Night.
V is fine.
I'm sorry, that was snarky. I'm sorry.
Next up, Scarlet Moth.
Oh god. Hi, I'm Moth. I'm playing Celestia, the Fire Genasi monk, who's going to struggle to keep her temper tonight.
Seems on brand.
Yeah, it's on brand.
Yeah. Next up, let's go with Verdian Knight.
Hi, I'm Verdian Knight, otherwise known as V. I do not do cool things on the internet, surprisingly. Tonight I'll be playing Philia Rollerin, who is a half tiefling, half orc barbarian, and she is currently in jail due to her own decisions.
Very much taking responsibility. Whereas
Yeah.
also is Marv.
Hi, I'm Todd. I am Marv on the internet, and my Twitter is Marv with 4 M's. And tonight I'm playing Dane of Clan Burrowsfound, who is a paladin of Ilmater. And I'm going to be doing an awful lot of talking tonight, probably.
It's stopping me from talking as well.
That too.
He's gonna be standing with his hand over her mouth.
Yeah, and over her fists, so no punching either.
So he's going to be standing on like a little like a stool
don't be
that only has to have her hand over the mouth.
Yes.
And Todd's gone.
I'm just letting it get out.
He was getting a stool for Dane.
Carl, you muted.
And next up is Alicia. Four goes. Yay! See?
Yay!
It's a note of correct things.
Hello, I'm Alicia. I'm playing Asphyxia tonight, who is a pact with the Raven Queen Warlock, Hellborn. So she's like, I don't know, like a demon lady, kind of.
But not a tiefling.
Not a
Hyper
tiefling.
Like a hyper tiefling. It was like tiefling like turned up to the max. You know?
Yeah, but like also like really unenthusiastic. So they're not hyper in that way. Just like
I'm hyper tiefling.
will, you know, just be doing her thing, getting some facts out on the table, trying to be a bit efficient and getting out of here. She finds it very tiresome that we're having to go through human laws or laws of the realm, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, and we'll see what happens.
And finally, Cat Roulette.
I already.
Yeah.
Jimmy
I
has
already-
Hey guys, I'm Caroline.
And finally, Carl losing track again.
Exactly. Hi everyone. I am
You're
the
doing
Dragons of
so
Cats.
good.
I am not doing well at all. My mind's all over the place. It's been a eventful evening and an even more eventful day. So
Pronouncing those names correctly took a lot out of you.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I'm
a big
still
ask.
really proud though.
I need another coffee then.
You did.
Do we have to hear it every time?
Do you want me to get an orange again, Todd?
No, God. For God's sake.
Yes, can I help you? Anyway, we're going into tonight's game of D&D. So previously, thank you so much, Cryomancer 20x6 for the follow. Massive love. Don't know why I did the entire thing, but anyway. Previously, our friends combated some demonic shadow hounds that came out of the Nightstone in the center of the town of Nightstone. And they caused some general mayhem. After a bit of a scuffle around with them and saving some of the town folks as well, unfortunately, they were surrounded by guards after, funnily enough, rescuing one, but being blamed for the situation by the local town priest. With
I
that,
can't wait to kill him.
exactly.
No killing. No killing.
Maybe not today.
I mean,
No.
Not tomorrow.
it's
No.
not like a
But one day
hard
we'll
pass.
It's
Free.
one day.
No killing. No killing. No killing. Oh my God.
Anyway,
Slaying,
No.
slaying
no
is.
slaying.
What about
My team.
putting out of his misery.
Yeah.
or mortally wounding?
What if we?
No,
what if we find,
mortal
like, a
wounding, no
religious-
maiming, no injuring, none of that. No.
What about putting a flaming
No.
fist through their backside?
What about psychological trauma?
Oh my
Yeah, what about that one?
Exactly. Anyway,
What you're putting me through right now?
Can I at least Liu Kang bicycle kick him?
No.
I mean, once you
That
get.
would be cool.
What, just one time?
Can I do it? I have
Once.
-2 strength, so it probably
We-
won't hurt.
It will
What
make
if
you
it-
feel better.
What about like a Chun-Li helicopter kick?
Ooh.
Oh, what if I just go on a murderous rampage? That's fine, right?
What about we just talk to him?
Mm.
Yeah.
Talking's
What?
overrated.
Okay, yeah.
Talking means I have to talk to people.
That's all. He's
Well-
saying the psychological is what he's going for.
Well, let's just see and find out, shall we? As our friends have been imprisoned due to religious pressure, we'll say, along with
Not in
the.
prison. I can leave at any time.
Oh, you're in prison. And my cat's just been annoying. 1 second.
The cow is not trapped. It can rise anytime it pleases.
That is Dane right now. Yeah.
So, they made a friend that they did not know they have by the name of a Marshal Noventa. This Marshal Noventa was a clan friend to the Burrowfounds, in which he made a couple of comments referring to Dane's past. And due to that fact, he was happy enough to listen to their story before making decisions. Thus, he asked them to accompany him to the guard barracks, where they would be in prison, where they'd be held for questioning. Meanwhile, Zai Li, the wood elf forest-dwelling dreamweaver of the neighbouring elven clan, was unfortunately said to be trialed.
She's got a really long name.
I just extended it. Because I'm dumb.
What is this, Game of Thrones?
Yes. No, we're not. That's our ending. Anyway, because she was...
Can't have a bad ending if you never end.
Exactly. So, while the incident was going down, she was seen to be at the Nightstone when the hounds were summoned. She also holds the religious artifact, a unicorn totem of the goddess Myliki. With that found and broken, the punishment for it was death. Along with the toll of those who had died during the attack.
One person.
One person.
Thank
He
you.
was still responsible for 1 death and 6 near fatalities.
Yeah, and multiple lives saved. No playing this up right now, okay? This is just introduction.
Anyway, Sandstorm, hello, baby. Goodbye, baby. Anyway, let's join our friends as they are in jail. And first off, we'll dive on down to... Let's go have a little zoom in on Asphyxia, Celicia, and Dane.
Oh boy.
As we zoom into tonight's game, the 4 of you sit in this underground chamber. There are bunk beds on the sides of the walls, small chests that have been emptied. There are cards on the table from previous guard's card game, along with oil lamps on the side. It's comfortable. It's a little cold. However, you were left there. You have been locked in this room as well from the outside.
Been locked in? Jesus Christ.
Yes.
We are imprisoned.
We're not the ones that are like in the mind. Anyway. I'm getting into technicalities here. Anyway.
So, the floor is yours.
Are there currently any guards in the room, or we're just locked in there?
You're just locked in there.
Okay.
You know that there were 3 guards out there before.
Is there
Okay.
a window?
There is not a window.
Okay.
Like I
Is
said,
this-
it was underground.
Is this the
right.
night before?
This is that evening.
Are there any guards outside?
From what you remember, there was 3 that escorted you in. And you can hear them chattering outside.
I would have moved so I'm not in direct line of sight of the door. If there's no windows,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be like directly in front of the door.
There's a small little arch window with little wooden bars, so they can look in and you can look out.
Yeah, so I'd just make sure I was in a position that wasn't directly line of sight from that.
Good, good.
Sia's going straight up to the bars and is grabbing them and looking through and glaring.
You can see that there is a reception desk with one of the guards who looks up at you every couple of minutes, feeling the daggers from your eyes. And he kind of goes about writing. It looks like he's tallying down all your stuff and gear, and he will gesture every couple of minutes to one of the other guards you can smell he's drinking a dwarven stout.
I'm watching very carefully to make sure they don't steal any of our stuff.
Make a perception check.
Jeez.
But they only took our weapons, didn't they? They didn't ransack us. They didn't take all our gear. They just
They
took our
took all
weapons.
your gear,
Oh, I thought they only took our weapons.
weapons and gear.
You said last time only weapons.
Weapons first, then gear. Once we got to the barracks,
yes.
like when we first were at the place, when we were first talking to the guy, we had to hand over our weapons. But then once we actually moved with them to the barracks, that's where we had to give over our gear.
21. 21 perception.
21 perception. So, with that, you can see that the guards... Sorry, well, I'm just making a little drawer bed for the kitten when she wants to come back. So you can see that the guards are taking full tally of what's in all your belongings.
Are they stealing anything, though?
You don't see that they're stealing anything. You see that with each set of the gear, the golds and most precious valuables have been set in rows. So the gold that you have on yourself, the gold that Asphyxia has, the gold that Dane has, the gold that Asphylia has, it's all been set down in rows. And whatever rings or other jewelries or other little trinkets have been set in those rows as well.
That seems like pretty rude, considering these guys aren't like technically prisoners. They're just,
Yeah.
Do they even take my little bag of sand?
There's a little bag of sand on the table.
No!
Excuse me.
You-
My
it's
holy
a-
symbol.
Not your holy symbol, no.
Excuse me, but why are you counting out our gold?
Looks up and goes, "Oh, standard procedure, miss."
And is the standard procedure that gold goes easily missing when people are imprisoned here?
Sia, best behavior.
This is my best behavior.
It's merely asking a question.
I mean, we're trying to do our honest and best here. There are some people who I know have done such unlawful things as well. Even prisoners have rights.
That is good to know. Just be careful with my staff.
Nods and goes back to writing.
Be really careful when handling it.
Is there something we should be aware of? You see he's kind of like concerned and frightened now.
Just handle it with care. I would grasp it by either end and not by the middle.
Okay.
I don't want anyone getting crushed or impaled.
Okay. Will do.
Sia, you're scaring the poor man.
Oh, I know.
He looks over and goes, "Hey, Charles, grab that. Send a runner to grab that tiefling. I'm concerned about the... I'm very concerned about the staff now, miss."
No, it's just a rod.
The staff.
It's also a rod.
He goes back to writing.
At this point, I turn to Asphyxia. So, Asphyxia, have you had any thoughts on how we're going to approach tomorrow?
No, we're going to present the facts, and they'll be fools to ignore it. What are they going to do? Go fight the undead themselves?
You know, it would just be a lot easier if we just punched our way out of things.
Sia,
You're worse than my old master.
I'm afraid that our word might not be the strongest at this point. And we might need more than just facts.
Well, we have proof.
What kind of extra
What is that?
seasoning?
They have bias against us. They have bias against Siley. They have everything is stacked against us in this situation.
Not everyone is biased against us.
I mean, not everyone's biased against Dane. The rest of us, though, we're for the chopping block.
What do we know about Lady Valrosa?
So what you know about Lady Valrosa, she is a widow.
Uh-huh.
Her children and her late husband they all died during the confrontation that Nightstone had with the Eldrith.
Oh, great.
Xylee
Yes,
speak.
with the elves that Xylee is a part of. Good, yeah. That works for us, yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad that suits your schedules.
Anything else?
So, you know that she is not she's not a vicious woman. She does have compassion, but she is, to the extent of the law, she didn't get to where she was by allowing mishaps and misslips to happen. She punishes those who need to be punished. She is one of those very lawful good kind of people. Though she is religious, she's not a fanatic devotee. She respects the... Hold on, my kitten's stuck.
Oh no. Sandstorm.
Sandstorm.
She bit into mesh and got herself stuck, and was then like, yeah, crazy. You're nuts. Full of beans. So, notes. You also know about Lady Nanda that though they came to an agreement about the since they gathered a peace. That peace has been very on edge ever since.
Under what circumstances did they come to the treaty between them?
So you would know that it was the death of her husband that caused her to confront the elves and call for peace.
Right, okay. Yeah, so with this in mind, from what I know of her Lady Valrosa, I'm worried that her adherence to the law and evidence might work against us because we have a lot of hearsay.
Her adherence to the law will ensure that she's not going to broker a war without hard evidence. There are many witnesses that saw the attack, and there are many people that saw us defending the innocents. One casualty doesn't take away the fact that we saved many more lives in the square.
And how many more people can be bribed or bought for their word?
Well, I don't think it will come to that. But fortunately, we do have Marshal Noventa. It seems to have fondness for you. I don't think he's going to be one of the ones showing bias against
Yes,
us.
I agree with that.
But the rest are townsfolk, poor townsfolk, who have a bone to pick with anyone who they deem outsider. Save for maybe Dane, the rest of us don't exactly look... Well, we're the enemy, aren't we?
I don't think the appearance of the rest of you will be relevant, particularly apart from from the priest, because he seems to show a bias against you. But I mean, they have dynasty in their service. I don't believe that.
And how so? Well, you've seen Ophelia has fiendish heritage. Asphyxia is, well, look at her. Faye is a drow.
Not arrested.
Where is Faye anyway?
Oh, she's somewhere.
I hope she's kept herself safe.
If they ever do catch her, well, she's a drow. They're not trusted at the best of times.
Trust me, they won't.
And me, I'm basically made of fire. I may as well have made the hellhounds myself by the looks of it.
Oh, they were made of shadow, so I don't know if that one will hold up much.
We turn to the cell down the corridor. Sharing a cell with Xylee, you can see the three guards of Philia as they sit. One of them is drinking more stout than the other. You can smell it's a quite old cask from quite an old barrel. It's really got that tang to it. The cell is small, just by 15 by 15 feet, with you can see a single wooden bunk that you sit on that kind of lurches under your bulk, suspended by chains and bolted into the wall as you have slumped down next to Xylee. You see that she appears as light and graceful as a swan as she sits down and gets up and paces around the room as if she's not even walking on a solid surface at all, skating across it in a way. Make a perception check.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool.
With a 10, you hear it from one of the other cells.
Do you hear anyone else?
She puts her head up. Goes, I thought that was you coughing.
Nah, I didn't cough.
Oh. You know you don't have to do this. This is my fault, and I have to bear the burden.
This is not your fault. Don't you dare say that.
This is my fault. I was the one who instigated this. I was the one... I should have just came and asked directly.
Well, it's not your fault you're born like that. Is it? That's why they're after you. It's not my fault that I'm born like this, too. In some parts of the world, I'd be treated exactly like you. I'm two of the scariest races known to people. I mean, they get a little less scared when I start speaking like this. But they're after you because of who you are. And I've let one kid die on me before. In this very town. Sure as hell not gonna do that again. There was no other choice for me to do this. I wasn't gonna leave you by yourself. It would be so much worse if you were alone.
You know, my father would go into a rage. Truly. About what I've done. But... what you just said, this world you speak of, I want to aim for that. I want to try and make that world.
Worlds are hard to change, but you're starting at a good place. A little town can make all the difference.
I guess. Yeah.
You're pretty brave.
I try to be.
You know, when I was your height, because I wouldn't say your age, because I think you might be older than me.
I am... You keep saying... The others said that as well. I am only 12.
Oh,
So she really is only 12. Okay.
He's an elf.
I mean, I'm just used to like elves. They're gonna be like 50 and be like,
This, yeah. No,
yeah.
That is still normal.
Ah. Okay. Well, when I was your age, in my little head, I still thought I was a halfling. Now, being a halfling and being like 5'9" doesn't make any sense.
No.
Proud that you know who you are so young.
That's true.
And you're doing this because you're determined.
Yes.
Something that should be nurtured.
Thank you. I don't want this world to suffer. I don't want anyone to suffer. The portals take priority. If this marked one keeps messing with the Fey gates, I'm scared it just might tear this world apart. The fabric of reality itself could be in danger. More portals open up. Who knows what could come through?
Oh no, something dangerous, something not of this realm. Could summon hells right here.
You then hear from across the cell. Or it could just summon a friendly traveler. As you turn your head in that direction, you see it there in the cell across from you to your left.
Wait, so are there walls or are they bars?
So, if my cat doesn't claw my hand, thank you, girl. This one over here. So you have bars here, but
Yep.
solid walls in and around.
Oh, so okay, looking across.
Yeah, so looking across out there, as your attention is drawn over there, you see midnight blue hands wrapped around the bars in a dirty, what looked to be a very fine, very exotic, strange. You've never seen the pattern designs on it, or the style of it. It kind of capes and drapes down at the sleeves. You see wearing a dark cloak that's been soiled beyond comparison, and what looks to have bloodstains through his clothing. This... I used the wrong pronoun before, so it's not a him, it's a they. They lean forward, revealing their eyes have this very soft, bright blue glow to them. And he looks through and goes, friendly travelers sometimes apparently get shifted to other worlds as well.
I'm gonna stop you right there because anyone who describes themselves as friendly is not to be trusted.
Nice. I like you.
Yeah, I've dealt with enough bullshit today to know that.
You remind me of my uncle. My uncle. Oh, he's a curious one, he is.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
Oh, you should. You should. What are you in for?
Nothing, actually.
And he leans back, arms in the air, just... Same here.
Well, actually, technically, I chose to be in here.
Okay, lady, I've heard of some very strange things, but this is by far the strangest.
This little one got thrown in jail. I had to go follow her. Make sure she was safe.
Now you just reminded me of my aunt.
Your family sounds confusing. and I'm adopted.
Technically, my dad was as well. In a way. But in saying that,
Affiliate's like, while he's like rambling a bit, Affiliate's just gonna be like, to the elf girl, just be like, we don't trust this dude. We don't trust him at all.
I'm glad you're already making friends with the fucking prison crazy guy. Like the fucking drunkard in the next hello is like, yeah.
What are you in here for? Nothing. Ah,
I haven't done nothing. Yeah. It then goes on to explain like some strange family dynamic of not technically having two dads, but also having two dads. But then goes on to explain that one of the two dads is four dads. And at that point, he loses you completely.
Okay, sir, I'm just gonna have to ask you something simple.
Oh.
Don't need your family backstory, as sweet as it is.
Oh, thank you.
When we were talking about portals, it sounded like you came from one of those. You said it could bring travelers.
I mean, I was just out in the plains, having a walk. Dad's cat was alongside me. I was just traveling along towards the tower, and then next thing you know, I mean, I've stepped through some plains a couple of times here and there, but you know what? I'm not being ripped away from it. I'm not being ripped into one.
Okay, so you were
taken.
Where did you wake up?
Very thick, dark forest. It was night.
Was it okay? Do you remember? Did you see any pools of water?
No.
Okay.
I saw a pool of water and a tree stump, and the tree stump, I don't know, impaled me.
Okay. Was there an arch? Like a stone arch?
Oh. No, there was a cliff.
Okay.
There was a cliff. There was a strange thing. I was like, I'm getting away from that, and then the thing just stabbed me, and then I started walking because I needed to get away from there. I did get my sword out though, and I did find my way to this town because at night there's light from a town. Found my way. Real easy to do when you can see it.
When did you arrive in town?
What phase is the moon in?
Oh god, I haven't been paying attention to the moon. What phase is the moon in?
Full.
I believe it was full last time I checked.
Oh, okay, so I've been here for a fortnight.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fun. Hey.
Sorry, what was the girl's name? I keep forgetting.
Xylee.
Xylee. Affiliate's gonna look to Xylee. So, do you have any idea of when this portal activity started?
When I got shunted through one.
Do you remember when that was?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks exactly?
Well, you see he kind of goes into underneath his shirt and pulls out a small little disc that looks like a holy symbol.
Hey.
And he gives it a squeeze, and you see it shifts and opens and turns into a ringed sphere. You see he looks at it and spins one ring and goes, yeah, well, 15 days when the new moon was last done.
Wait, wasn't Ophelia asking Xylee?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong person.
Yeah.
Whoops. Well, he throws that in anyway.
Good to know. But yeah, she's wondering like when was exactly that she interacted with the portal or portals.
The first signs we saw of it were about 3 months ago. This seems to have been building.
So it's possible it could have been active 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Okay. So, what, sir? I'm sorry. What's your name? My name's Ophelia.
Oh, he leans through and like as if he's going to put his arm out for a handshake through the bars. And he goes, "Hi, I'm Tal." And you see the guard interrupts. Goes, "Hey, you settle down back there. Hey, you. Quieten up in there, you two."
I was not told that I had to keep quiet.
Yeah, but I'm telling you now.
Nah, that's too late, sir.
You can see the guard. You can hear the guards sassing about you to the other guys. Like, that one really has an opinion.
God, my heart pounds every time someone back talks a guard. I'm just like, oh my God.
If he doesn't tell me I need to be quiet within 15 minutes, I'm legally allowed to talk.
Oh.
Okay. And she'll like quieten her voice just a little bit. She'll be like, "Sorry, what was your name?"
He kind of looks over to you and is like gesturing with his fingers, but then gives up halfway through.
Talonir. Okay. Interesting. Well, nice to meet you, Talonir. There is the possibility that this might be the only time I meet you. I appreciate your information.
Oh,
And you hopefully me and my, well, they're not really friends. They're
Hey, look. Sometimes friends come from weird places. It's the ones you don't expect that are always the best. According to my dad.
I do have to. Okay, I'll take that back. They did save my life like a couple times. So I guess that's, yeah. We're trying to solve this too. Hopefully, we can bring you home.
I mean, if you could solve the mystery of where my sword is, that would be great.
Probably confiscated. They took my axe as well.
Well, I can't sense it here. So it's got to be somewhere.
You can't sense your sword?
Magic-y thingy.
I mean, never mind. And she'll just sort of sit, make sure Xylee is okay. Possibly making small talk with Talonir, but nothing big.
Cool. So, let's find out what Adina Faye is up to. Adina Faye.
Well, I would like to follow or sort of like tail the priest and just like see what he's up to tonight, see what he does.
Dane fully supports your decisions.
Well, he goes to his regular brothel.
I don't trust that motherfucker.
Okay, so make me a stealth check as you're going to be stealthy wolfing aroundy woundy.
Fucking God. No.
One.
Jimmy.
Faye just walks into the alley and just like kicks a crate over. What's up, motherfucker?
Like walk, like behind him, like every time he puts a foot down, I like put my foot where his foot was. I'm gonna use a one of our ones.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Wait, I have
What? Wait, you
Don't I
didn't
have
roll a
advantage?
stealth. You just rolled d20.
Yeah, I was worried about that as well.
Yeah. Actually, roll
yeah,
your
sorry,
stealth this
so
time.
I've got like my character sheet like popped out into another window. Okay, well it would be like a 7, but don't I have
You don't know what?
I should have advantage on it anyway. Because this is my terrain, right?
Urban's your terrain, correct?
Sorry?
Urban's your terrain, correct? Yes. So yeah, actually, yeah, you would get advantage.
I thought you were saying bourbon. I was like, okay,
Bourbon?
we just went there.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Is bourbon your terrain?
drink up, bitches.
Cool stuff. No, 18.
Okay.
As you,
A 1 or an 18? You choose.
a 1 or an 18, you choose. So, as you've waited the day out, you've kept tabs on the inflow of people going in and around the church. You've snuck into the stables, watching from the top little ledge, little window bit within it that overlooks onto the market.
Is anyone in the stables?
Not really, no.
Okay, if there's no one in there, then I'm gonna whisper to some of the horses and see if they look like they understand me.
Make an animal handling check. There are people that come in.
Distracted.
There are people that come in through the day, but they're not paying too
But
much
just like
mind to you.
when there's like no one in there, I just
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow the priest. No, I'm gonna talk to horses. No.
20. The horses fucking understand me.
You can clearly deduce that none of the horses speak English.
Fuck.
Speak common, I'm sorry.
What about Royal Chamberlain?
He's not. I don't think he would be in this stable. This is like the. Isn't this the?
This is a general
like,
stable.
chapel
Oh.
stable?
So there was a general town stable where you guys got your horses from, where you pals got your horses from before. So with that rule is a good question because he was out on the street when you left him.
Oh. I'm
So-
sure he'll find his way home. Whatever.
He'll find his way home.
That's
But-
Sleeve's problem.
Yes, exactly. You know that you won't, unless you have a spell, you won't be able to communicate with any of the horses.
Okay, well, I wouldn't have like used the spell. I would have just talked to them and seen what
We would
happened.
just been like, hey, and then they didn't say anything. And I was like, I said hey.
with that as well, at least one of the at least two of the horses are comfortable around your presence.
Wait, I rolled a 20 and only two of the horses are comfortable around me. They should be my best friends. Anyway, that is not the point.
The
That is
priest
not
is
the
gone.
point
The
of
priest is
my
gone.
endeavor.
Bye. He's-
I'm following.
see ya. I thought you were talking to horses. Make it
No, I
nice.
said that I was in the
She's talking
stable,
to
and
the
I was like,
horse.
if there's no one else in the stable, I'm gonna like whisper to the horses and see if they understand me.
But now all I can think of is as you're like talking to a horse, the priest goes around the corner and pulls out a little book that's just like labeled dastardly plans and it's like and just like closes it and puts it away and keeps walking.
So he goes to. You spend the afternoon watching him. Around about nightfall, he heads on over to the tavern. As he goes in there, the town is still in a little bit of celebration. People have died off. Well, the number of
Funded.
people have left. Some people have left since the attack you've seen.
Yeah, some people have died off literally. One guy, yeah.
One guy,
The joke that I made.
I didn't hear it, so it doesn't count.
but died off as in left. So they've like an incident occurred. They packed up and they got out of Dodge.
Yeah.
So he goes into the tavern. You lose sight of him. What would you want to do?
Follow him into the tavern.
Okay. Off we go, changing to the tavern map. And we're gonna put down an asphyxia there. We're also gonna throw down our good old friend. He's much smaller than Asphyxia.
Can't you just make it smaller?
That's his perspective. He's just far away.
Yeah, he's just at the bar. The bar's very tall. Asphyxia's staring him down.
I feel like this is very sizist.
See, this is why he's such a jerk. Look at it. So small.
Little short man syndrome.
There we go.
No, he's too big. Put him back.
I wouldn't be like in the center of the tavern. I would absolutely be just like lurking in the shadows.
Of course, you'd be doing a Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
So,
arrogant. Except
there-
because that draws attention.
There are a few windows you can peer through to look into the tavern to spy on him. Or you could just try to put on another cloak, wrap up yours, and watch him from afar, Aragon style.
Yeah, no, I'll do that because I do want to go into the tavern.
Okay. Make a stealth check for me, please.
Okay.
This is for you hiding yourself, well, being inconspicuous.
Yeah, it's still with advantage, right?
Yes.
Bars are my favorite terrain.
25.
You find a booth at the back. It was one across from where you and your allies for the time were discussing the theft of the unicorn totem. You can see that he's sitting at a small table by himself. He does have a religious text with him while he drinks from a cup of wine and eats what seems to be a very, very high red meat meal.
Okay.
He's got steak, sausages, and he's got other little cut up bits of bacon drizzled on top with some sort of cream.
But he hasn't talked to anyone.
Doesn't talk to anyone.
Okay, so he hasn't met with anyone all day.
Hasn't met with anyone all day, but you do see that there are a couple of guards. You recognize them from the incident earlier today.
Mhm.
The only thing, they're out of their uniforms. They're in their casual attire. They're in their civils.
That's fine. I'm only interested in what he's doing.
Yeah, you haven't seen the priest speak to anyone apart from that weird, large, single-eyed, like floating creature with a bunch of tentacles coming out. It was really
I
odd.
feel like that would count as a meeting, Todd.
No, it wasn't worth talking about, honestly.
So, bounty hunter, what would you like to do?
Nothing. I'm just tailing him. I just want to make sure he's like not gonna conspire against us or like bribe anyone to like speak against us or anything.
Okay, make an investigation check.
He's not talking to anyone. But okay.
Not right now.
This is your watch.
Right. What did I get?
Is it investigation or perception then if she's watching him?
I'm going to say it's investigating because it's keeping an eye on all his movements, understanding like his mannerisms while he's doing it, and also
Detective work.
over the course of the night, the waffle lady comes in.
Oof.
Oh my
Motherfucker.
God. Let's go. I'm ready to hear what happens.
I knew you should have killed her while you had the chance.
I still can. She's going to leave.
Oh my god, that's even more sus.
Destroy it, Isildur.
About 15 minutes later, the man with scraggly beard, pushed back hair, still in the same light green tunic he had on today, still with the blood stains and still with the wounds, although he's been magically healed, is the man who was selling cabbages.
Oh.
They meet
And-
with him as well.
Yes.
Can I listen into their conversation? Can I get closer?
Yeah.
I did get 25 on my stealth.
You did. So I'm just going to have you roll a perception check.
Okay. I
Just
took off
try
my
it.
vest because I didn't realize I had it on.
Jesus Christ, okay.
21.
21.
I either roll like absolute dog shit or really high, apparently.
So he is livid about having his cabbages cut be injured. More,
It's alright, they'll make a statue about him one day.
Exactly. He's in such a rage about his livelihood being destroyed that he doesn't care that he's been injured. He's like, he's just like, I am fine, but my cabbages. Meanwhile, the waffle lady is, look, these are dangerous people. All of them are. They should be exiled. They should be imprisoned. They should be put to work for what they've done. You see the cabbage guy goes, I don't want heads to roll. I just want to be reimbursed. I just want my cap. I just want to keep going about my business and keep doing what I do. They saved that dwarf man. Now he makes really good level works. You should try him, Hyrel. He goes, I'll agree that yes, Xandar does make a good coin purse. So,
So dark. Faye's like trying to find out if they're conspiring against us. They're just like talking about like, I love cabbages and
Coin purses.
This is very important, okay?
regardless,
I mean, I'm in the market for a new wallet, so this is really helpful.
yeah. I'll go check it out.
your testimony against them in the eyes of Lathander will be blessed upon. Your houses will be blessed for years to come for speaking out against such horrible people who have brought this town to fear. And as you can see, last night, this tavern packed to the rafters. Now, 15 people.
That's still pretty good for some taverns, though.
Although the night before and the night you guys were here, it was 100 plus.
Chock-a-doobie.
Yeah, that's just because we're so good.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
see,
scaring people
we
away.
were there last night, and we're
now
not there
this-
tonight.
Old
Empty.
crusty man is here. No one wants to parties. Who's a real problem?
Can I punch her, Dane?
You can punch Dane for no reason.
No, can I punch her? Not. I was asking for Dane's permission.
Oh, okay.
Just punches Dave. Why did you do that? Something just pissed me off for some reason.
Just pissed off. So with your perception check, you see he also pulls something out that has a cloth on top of it.
Oh, bribery.
And he just slowly pushes it over towards, with his book folded up on top of it, and pushes it towards them both.
Both of them.
Your service to the Lord of the Light is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lathander loves lies.
That's right.
Bitch.
That's what I was thinking. It's like,
Make an insight check if you want.
Alright, I will insight. 9!
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
I don't know, there's a book on top of it.
We have lots of rerolls.
I'm gonna reroll all my bad rolls.
Get advantage because it's favorite terrain. Does that work? I don't know.
Do my eyes work good? Because I know what I
Wait, don't you have
You have extra eyes.
because of your cloak?
That's perception. This is inside. This.
My
Inside.
cloak is away. I bundled it away, so I wouldn't have my.
Drow,
Would
what
be
are you doing?
conspicuous with like just a cloak covered in
I'm
eyes?
trying to be like. I mean, I'm probably like fairly conspicuous. I would have like my cloak pulled like all the way up.
Yeah.
And my mask off, obviously. But yeah, I don't have my eyes cloak on right now.
With your 9 on your insight check as well, you're not too sure if that's how. You have no idea if Lathander actually works in that way. You, especially like you can't tell if this is an actual speaking out as a person of the church or if he has some sort of corrupt nature to him. But he does have an air of
But I
power.
don't really need an insight check to figure that out.
He worships power, is what you get from it.
Yeah.
I mean, just think of Dane. Would Dane like this?
I don't know.
Dane
We're
actually
just
loves
like-
briberies. You haven't actually had
You haven't actually bribed him yet.
Yeah, we haven't got that, but Dane loves to bribe people.
Exactly. It's one of the
Dane
bribe people right
loves
now.
money.
Exactly. So, they conclude their business after finishing up a drink. They cheers and toast. And once they leave, he sits there for about another half hour and he looks over to two guards who are...
No, when they leave, I'm going to follow the guy.
Which guy? The cabbage guy?
The cabbage. Yeah, the cabbage guy.
Okay.
The Cabbage Patch Kid.
Okay, with that, you're going to slink on off. You follow him down into the street. You see he stops by his into the market where
Slaw
his
him.
cabbages are covered
Kill the cabbage guy?
with a tarp.
I hear the thing that beats bribery is like threats, so I think that will work really well.
And that'd
And
be great.
Paper, scissors, you know.
as he's standing there in the night, about 10:30, he's just going through his supplies, making a last minute check, making sure his box is all locked up. He's just got one little lantern providing light for all of this.
I'm just gonna stand behind him and just wait till he notices me.
Oh my god, it's so fucking creepy.
It takes a good 5 minutes, and your patience is wearing thin.
No. Faye is very patient. When it comes to like dramatic effect, doesn't care how long he has to wait.
When it comes to the art of the reveal,
Yeah. He's committed.
You see he's going through his cabbages, and he's like looks at them each and like just inspects them. And it's just like, oh, okay. So he goes through his ledger, and he's just like,
Agile safe, yes.
Oh, he kisses each one. Oh my god.
you see, there's
this one has a
one.
scratch.
You see, there's one that's like twice
Band-Aid
the
on it.
size of the others, and he's just like, my prize and joy. And as he's rubbing his head on it, he like. Ah! Drops it, and the cabbage falls to the ground. It's like, the cabbage!
Wait, no, if he drops his cabbage, I want to try and catch it.
Oh my god.
Make a dexterity check.
Alright.
With advantage, because he got surprised.
Because I've been waiting for like where's?
Dexterity check at advantage.
Oh, so it's just like saving throw dexterity?
Acrobatics, actually. Make an acrobatics at advantage.
18.
You've got the floor.
I catch the cabbage.
You scoop it up underneath.
Yeah.
It's just with a lean in. You got it in your palm, and he's just like, my cabbage! Thank you!
I would say just like circle around him. Just hold the cabbage gently.
Oh.
A very innocent cabbage. And
Just put a band-aid on its scratch
yeah.
on the surface.
Pulls dagger out, holds over cabbage.
I want this guy on our side. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna like circle around him and just say, you seem to be a man who respects order and the law, perhaps?
Yeah, I pay my taxes.
He respects the slaw.
Oh no.
Then why is it that you also appear to be a man who accepts bribes to speak against the innocent?
He was saying it was a holy duty. It sounded very convincing.
Are you familiar with his god?
No.
It seems unlikely to me that a kind and benevolent god would deal in things such as lies and shadowy agreements and bribes in order to bless people. Do you agree?
Make a persuasion check.
I always gotta reach for my dice. Oh, I have 0 on persuasion. This is gonna be bad. Oh, it's like, oh wait, sorry, I still have I have to take off my
That's
hat.
right. We'll take that
First,
roll.
first one anyway.
Yeah, it's even if it's on advantage, it will always be the one on the left, regardless. If it's just a straight roll, and you still have an advantage on. So, with that, he goes, I don't think that's right. And now I think about it, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And he takes out of his pocket, and you see there's a little platinum bar, little platinum, probably about that big, little platinum trade bar.
Mm.
It's like, is this blood money?
All my friends and I fight for you. We are the ones who saved you. We don't look like you, and so he hates us. But he is your enemy.
I don't know what to say. I don't know if I
Speak
can.
the truth tomorrow. And I will reward you with something greater than a single platinum bar.
I'll double the bribe.
He looks at you and goes, no. And pushes the bar towards you onto your chest. I'm not going to accept bribes. What you've said, the truth holds power.
You seem like a good man.
You don't have to pay me anything.
You should take this anyway.
Oh, well then. I might be able to open up another.
Think of
No,
all the cabbages. The life you give them.
I might head to the goldfields and buy a plot of land there. Yeah, the goldfields. If you want, you could. If everything goes well tomorrow, you're all welcome to join me in the green fields. I hear.
Cabbage farmers?
I mean, they do have some cabbages. Don't get me wrong on that. They have cabbages. They have some of the other lesser produce as well, but cabbages is where it's at.
I'll take your word for it.
You always have a spot on my wagon.
I appreciate it, but all I'm asking for you is the truth.
And you'll get it from me, Miss...
Ah, shit, I don't want to give him my real name.
And then she disappears.
Look, a distraction.
You like throw the cabbage up in the air for him
Just-
to catch, and then
just
disappear.
Pick a name from that list.
Yeah, but I don't have the list open.
Onson Sweeney.
My name's Roll Chamberlain. Goodbye. Anyone else? I was a horse.
Miss Russia, not a problem at all. Hey, while you're here, would you like to buy a cabbage?
Oh, you went out of focus. Sorry, what did you say?
While you're here, would you like to buy a cabbage? You see, have you ever tried it in a stew?
I have business to attend to. Thank you so much.
Okay, good evening. I'll see you tomorrow.
No, you won't. Peace out.
And gone. Alright, so would we like to have a little bit of a break or keep on going through?
I could do with a snack, but I can easily just get up and grab one.
Okay.
So I'll be right back.
Okay. So next morning arrives. If there's any last minute things you want to do, forever hold your peace and do it. Any last minute conversations you want to have with each other, or forever hold your peace.
Hold on, let me check my spells I have prepared for tomorrow.
Yes, you can prepare your spells.
Okay, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Ophelia's going to just rest her hand like on Xylee's shoulder and just go, I will make sure no harm comes of you.
She looks and goes,
I promise.
Thank you. You don't have to do it for me.
I want to.
Dane puts his hand on Asphyxia's shoulders like, I promise no harm will come.
It's just a...
I take it they're like probably like starting to move us.
Yes, by the next morning they do begin to move you.
Do they move Talinir?
They do not.
Okay.
Alright, has anyone fucking touched me?
No one's fucking touched you yet.
Good.
As the guards come over towards the cell, as they undo the latch, draw the bars open. They have manacles in hand. And one steps forward and goes, "Come on, make this easy for us. We gave Marshall our word would be delicate."
Philia just puts out her hands, her arms.
The forearms are quite thick, so they require two to kind of like just wrap the chain around so the manacles then link in. So it's like a four-way lock in the middle. Xylee, it's kind of just wrap the coil around and lock since her arms are so small and delicate. That is not the mood music I need for this scene.
Where's my Ariana Grande?
I think that works.
I'm not hearing any Ariana Grande. Hello.
Get it there! Why isn't that playing?
No, it's Ariana Dura Grande.
There we go.
I'm just trying to get to the point where I can make Todd crack from so many puns.
As the one who was doing the writing yesterday morning opens up the barracks door, looks at you and says, "Come on, friends. Trial awaits."
I put my left foot out, and then my right foot in front of my left foot, and continue in such a locomotion style. Where
Alright.
you go?
Are we manacled still?
You three are not manacled.
Yeah, we're not. Every time Sia looks anything aggressive, I just like give her just like a calming look, just like.
Which makes her just go off her fucking shoulder.
Todd,
Oh, by the way, Dane's wearing like his very ceremonial robe. Like he carries with him his like traditional like guardian of Ilmater robe of like from his old position back, but when he wasn't wearing armor, and so it's all very drapey, very elegant looking.
How did he get that?
He carries it with him. It's with his stuff. And like after he would have had been made to get out of his armor, that's what he'll be wearing.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
once you de-armed, yeah, alright, cool.
because
cool,
I was
cool.
gonna say they have our stuff.
Yeah, no, but like I would have changed.
They would like change clothes. Right?
Every time
They would let me change my clothes.
Dane looks at her like that, she just gets more and more angry, and until she finally snaps and just goes, "Don't look at me in that tone of voice."
By the way, as well, Asphyxia has hip wings, so she has them tucked under, like, as flat against her back as she can have them. So they're under her cloak, so they're not prominent. They're not actually, you can't tell that she has wings just while she's walking around.
Sia may as well be on fire right now.
Hair is fuming, your skin is smouldering. There is a visual heat wave coming from around you. Make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, great. God, I knew I was signing up for this kind of character. It's my fault.
It's just like that vine. Dane looks at you. This is why Mom doesn't fucking love you!
That would be an 8.
An 8 is a good number. Roll D100.
Oh.
Oh, great. $93.
Brilliant.
Oh, great. Don't make me come over there, Kyle.
Brilliant.
Sia, listen to me. I know this is a very tense moment and there's a lot of emotions going on. But it's very important for all of us, everyone's safety here, everyone's safety even outside of this town, that you remain calm. Please.
Do you think that even if we profess our innocence, no matter how much we do, that they're going to care? I've seen people like this before. These people hate people like us. They hate people like me. They want to drive us out of town. They want to drive us onto stakes up on their walls.
Sia, I promise it won't be like that. Sia, I promise.
How can you promise that?
I look down at my arm, which at this point, like the red coil binding that's going around my arm and my hand is like throbbing like real tight. It's like really like clutched on my arm, and I've just got like a calm expression the whole time. It's like I look down, it's like I know.
And you swear it to me.
I swear it.
That no harm comes to us or that little girl.
No harm will come to any of you.
It was really good music, by the way.
Asphyxia will just gently put her hand on Sia's shoulder as well. Don't be what they expect you to be. Prove them wrong. And
I can try. But if worse comes to worse, I'm punching a hole through that priest's stomach.
With that, you are led up into the grand hall. Through the antechamber that's full of delicate paintings up on the walls. And I'm just gonna zoom that fuck out. Sorry, stream, bear with me. Bear with me, stream.
Oh my god. Fuck, I just remembered something. Shit. I had a plan that I was gonna get a zone of truth put on us. Like, I'd ask if we can get Dynasty to do that. But that's not a fucking arcane spell, it's a divine spell. So that means the only one who could cast it is the fucking asshole.
But if it's Zone of Truth, it's still Zone of Truth, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's not gonna agree to doing that.
If he refuses to, then that makes him look bad.
Alright,
You can turn that on him.
Yeah, alright, we'll work with that.
Okay. So, you're brought before an audience in the Great Hall. A turquoise and gold embroidered carpet has been rolled out towards the very large arched doorway as you've entered into this room. Before the three of you, in chains, well, in the rough manacles, is Xylee and Ophelia. They have been put onto their knees. You see, at the end of the fine chamber, arches and columns lining either side with very elegant candles. Standing in front of her throne, ferns gathered around her in between two diva statues. And then these pane glass windows. The morning sun shines in. Velrosa now greying on around the edges of her hair. Fine green and white trimmed furred cloak. Coat is wrapped around her with a very nice olive green dress on. Gold embroidered cape hangs around her side. She's got a very stern look in her face. You see, also within this room, in this chamber, are the merchants and townsfolk who've gathered here as well. Adenafe, the cabbage man, was looking for you all morning. Where
That's
were
too
you?
bad I'm stealthed.
Okay. Where are you at this current time?
So is there like any public invited into this hearing?
There are townsfolk who have been invited in to witness the event.
Okay, I'll just be like among them.
Okay. Make a stealth check. This is just for like nonchalant being hidden.
You're gonna do it like your dramatic entrance is like objection. Like come out, like, look up.
Yeah, do you want to like Assassin's Creed blend in with the crowd?
And then I just like push them all aside, so I'm standing by myself in the center, just be like, objection. No, okay, so do I have advantage on myself?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoop.
Holy shit! Not 20.
Not 20.
Oh shit!
You can be anywhere you want it, anytime. I'm going to say for this.
I'm just fucking invisible, my dude.
You are gone.
I would like to be in the void.
Jokeasm, thanks for the hoist.
Oh,
The
lovely.
hoist?
The hoist!
The hoist.
Hoist!
Thank you for the hoist.
Oh, yeah. The hoist.
Please do not hoist me by my own petard.
Dost thou even hoist? Anyway, sorry. You see that there... You see the cabbage man, the burka, the waffle woman, one of the guards, George, the one who was attacked yesterday. You also see a couple of others laying around, standing around as well. You also see Dynasty and Ram along the lines of these people as well. Ophelia, you see across into the back as you look around as they've entered in. You've turned your head. You see that the Summerhawks, husband Scott, his hands on his wife's shoulders as she clutches into him.
She'll just give them a smile and a nod. Almost of, don't worry, it'll all be okay sort of thing. The same kind of nod she would have given to her when Ophelia left to go find Jabal.
They look at you and they just nod. Yes.
And she'll keep moving.
As the guards bring you forward, they pop you down to your knees. The three guards stand. Three other guards stand behind you, as the others are brought in as well. You two are knelt down while the rest of the party stand behind, about 10 feet away from you. As you are in front of the steps, there has been another red rug laid down at your feet. Deep crimson red.
Does it almost look like a blood red?
Yes.
Ah, just so they don't have to do cleaning.
Rude.
You see the priest stands just a couple of steps down from the lady. Marshal Noventa stands at the foot of the stairs. He's got a concerned look on his face. Looks up to the lady. She looks down at you all. We're here today to judge those who have brought chaos to our peaceful home. I'd like
That's not a very impartial start.
I'd like to acknowledge those who have suffered during this incident. I understand the turmoil you were going through. Lady Dreamweaver, it has been years of peace. A conflicted one, but peace no less. You see Xylee then goes to stand up and says, Xylee Dream, we're here to... And you see you notice the priest nod. And the guard behind her strikes her inside, in the hip. With the spear.
Ophelia will just growl, "Don't touch her."
She's a child.
Keep quiet, you dweller filth. This is your fault. Hyrule, you will not behave in this manner in front of anyone again. I've had enough. You are devoted, but nevertheless, your power blinds you. Be silent, and you may speak when spoken to. Excluding right now. Shut it. Percival, you will show yourself out into the dungeon. Marshall, make sure he is locked in the cell. Marshall nods his head, clicks his fingers, another guard comes. That guard then takes Percival, and they leave. There is a bit of a hush, remembers of tension in the room as it becomes quieting down again. The fact of the matter is, you've taken, Xylee, the offering of peace. That not only represented from your side, but from our side, from my side to my family. You've seen by the Nightstone, and the beasts appeared, totem in hand, and arrested. And she'll gesture over to Hero. Hero pulls out of his robes, unicorn in two pieces. The horse, or the main body, and the horn. And looks at you. You see, after my husband's death, me and your father, we came to an agreement. And he gifted me this as a sign of respect and peace. He didn't want any more bloodshed. To me, this is your family taking that peace away. Those in your company were also reported to be aided in the defeat of the monsters, but with you as well as it happened. Please, do explain yourselves.
Does Xylee go to speak? Or is she quite timid after being hit?
Quite timid after being hit.
Ophelia will stand up. Your ladyship, if I may speak.
1 second. Hero, I want to be sure that they are telling the truth. He nods and goes, yes, my lady. You see he holds his symbol up. He says a small chant. And nods.
Does she say anything to Ophelia?
Now, please, do explain.
Can I sense that anything has, or can any of us sense the compulsion taking hold?
Make an insight check.
I'm going to use advantage for this one, if that's okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll it because this was my plan anyway, so. Whoops, that's 2. Just ignore the second one, so it's 16.
Or 19.
Okay.
I'm just rolling separately to you, just like, so we don't have to communicate anything.
Yeah.
Dan, you can also make me a religion check.
Yeah, alright.
Oh, dramatic music.
8 on my religion, good.
He's not a religious guy. He doesn't know shit.
He's the least religious guy I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so that insight check, Dane. Which one was that? Was that the 16 or
16,
the 20?
Yeah, 16, yeah.
Okay, alright, cool. Okay, so Dane, you recognize the enchantments as the within the sect of Lathander. Those are indeed the casting phrases of Zone of Truth, the prayer.
Oh, thank God. I was worried it's gonna be like Zone of Lies or some shit. It's like suddenly it's like all employed, like we're fucked.
So you take that knowledge and understand that okay, he's cast it. He's made sure that this happens. Sia, you've been under the spell before. You don't feel as if he's actually cast it. The words were there, but there was no effort.
I prithee, sir. Try actually casting the spell.
Sia.
It has been cast.
I have not felt it.
Sia.
And I know very well what it feels like. I grew up in a monastery. I grew up surrounded by priests.
You can make either a persuasion check or an intimidation check.
Ooh, okay.
I just wanted this to go well.
This
If
now
it's not really cast, then the other guy, like the priest, can lie. It makes sense.
Okay.
My God.
Can I try persuasion instead?
I love when you fail to intimidate someone. I wonder what happens there. Oh man, that's so
he
exciting.
goes, please, you believe that you understand the divine powers I have been blessed with? Ladyship, I take offense to this one.
And I take offense to the fact that you don't believe that I've understood it too, having spent my whole life being brought up around such beliefs.
Your ladyship, may I please speak?
You may. Thank you for your patience.
I do not care what spell is over me, because I wasn't going to say anything I wouldn't have said to my own parents anyway. I, in this world, am nothing, and I know I am. I'm someone from no background. I have no reason to prove myself, and I have no reason to lie. But there is one thing I innately do, and that is protect those who cannot be protected. And your ladyship, you may know it. Your priests may be aware of it. But there is something happening that threatens to bring hells, to bring disaster, to bring gods against gods in that forest, in their home. And I'm sure if that was your home, you would do everything to make sure that's not destroyed. Now, what this girl is doing, she is defying everything she's ever been taught. Everything she's ever known. To not step foot in this place. To know that idol, that unicorn, is the one thing keeping her alive around here. Yet she defies it all, because there is something she believes in. Now, I've seen it in people. I've seen it in many faces. When my siblings leave, when they go on an adventure, it is that determination that brings them back. And if I may say so, I will do anything to protect her because I believe in her. I've already failed one child. I have failed one of your guards. Jabal. I knew him. I know his family well. I failed to bring him back. I brought back a body. I can't do that again. Whatever punishment she deserves, I will receive it first. And the fact that you could do that to a child who's trying to protect you, whose innocence and naivety shines through. I know you've seen that before. I know you've seen a kid's determination when they want to get something done. Now, whatever you want to do with me is fine. Starve me, torture me, send me out into the forest, cover me in anything, and let the wolves eat me. That's fine. But no harm will come of her. Whether I'm alive or dead. And I protected your town. I have no reason to protect this town. I know people, yes. But they are all just faces. I have no reason to sacrifice my life for your town. You know this. So why would I do it? Why would we do it? Knowing we're outcasts. Knowing we'll be hunted, beheaded, seen with her. Yet we defend you. And yes, it comes at casualties. Any war does. You've seen it in your family. I know you have. And I'm sorry to bring that up, my ladyship. But if you can look at me in the eye and say, I purposely came to kill you, to kill any of you, you know you're lying. And that's all I'll say.
She steps down the stairs, and as she does, the Summerhawks yell out, "It's true! She brought our boy home!"
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
As just saying all this about like self-sacrifice and shit, Dane is literally like beseeching Ilmater to bless her. Because everything that she is saying is within the dogma of Ilmater, the suffering one.
Make a religion check real quick.
Okay.
Hmm.
20.
That coil around your arm, as tight as it is, as much as circulation is being cut. You know how painful it is. You know the wet as it bites into your skin and wraps around. You're familiar with it. As you look at it, the pain subsides as it binds tighter and tighter. It's not there. One of suffering. The suffering that you're putting yourself through usually has been blessed onto another. You feel an incredibly strong connection at this time to Illuminator. The Summerhawks speak out. She found our Jabal, brought him home. Marshall and Aventa looks at Rose and goes, Aye, we did lose Jabal. His remains were found. This is just to be true. Hyral then turns to her and says, It's lies, trust me. She speaks nothing but lies, and Lathander tells me she does. You can make a persuasion check at advantage with a D4 added.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, so sorry, what was it?
Flex on this fucker.
Persuasion?
Persuasion, correct.
I don't know if I have an advantage.
You do have advantage.
Oh,
You do
Can
have
I-
advantage on
Yeah.
the roll. You also have a +4 due to the blessing.
okay, plus. Okay.
Nat 20.
Nat 20!
Fuck yeah!
5.
Nat 20. On a nat 20. As he's speaking towards her and goes, You must listen to me. She is lying through her teeth, and they will bring ill down on us
Wait.
all.
But isn't he the one that said that he cast the...
Yeah.
Even at advantage, he did. You see that you've tugged on her inner core. She's looking at you. What do you all else have to say, huh? What else does anyone have to say on this matter? Hyrule, I will not hear another word from you. The waffle lady comes forward.
Oh,
Oh my
Oh.
god.
My ladyship, trust me. I saw it all. They were standing in front of the stone as these beasts were summoned. She broke the horn and brought them here and killed Javert. He was innocent in this. They are playing us all for fools, everyone. That is not true.
Go Cabbage Guy!
As the Cabbage Man steps forward.
can we give him a name?
MVP.
That is his name. No, that's his name.
His name's actually Cabbage.
No,
Yeah.
his name is the Cabbage.
God.
I am
His
just
parents really typecasted him.
I am just a humble merchant of the cabbage. And
Cabbage man.
I was here to give my goods and give my wares to these people. Sure. Yesterday was a foul day. And I'm sure the community has lost someone dear to them. But if it wasn't for these folks, more would have lost their lives. Please. This one, gesturing to Asphyxia. Yes, Strange, different. She has wings. I saw them. Though they're not there, I can see that they are. I saw them yesterday.
That's not very helpful.
They have great power.
She's weird. She's even fucking weirder.
Trust me. She has her head on tight, that one. Let them explain. And she this cabbage salesman looks over to you at 6 year and gives you a nod.
He's like, I'm happy.
My lady, as has been touched on, yes, we are of varying appearances, and yes, I do have wings. However, we were brought here because of our shared expertise in certain fields. As has already been mentioned, Xylee would not have brought herself here knowing potential harm should it not be absolutely vital. Now, yes, what happened yesterday was disturbing and was something that none of us would have wished. And we do mourn the loss that you had of one of your people. However, we did sustain quite severe harm ourselves. This was not something that we brought to this town. It was merely something we defended against. We must press the urgency of not just what has happened within the town, but what is happening around the town. The missing people, whilst one body was recovered so the family could mourn, and we brought Ram back home to his family.
Ram?
Others that... That's correct. I believe there was a missing persons report filed for him several days ago.
There was, and she looks over towards Dynasty. Dynasty's been holding her tongue in the crowd. And she kind of flicks her hand, and you see besides her there is a glimmering light as people stand away from them as the invisibility drops on Ram.
That's not fucking sus at all. You know?
You'll have... Go on.
Under these circumstances, the reason that we have returned into town so hastily without sending a convoy in advance to broker negotiations were because these people that have been lost and have not been recovered had been risen as others. And I know that's something that neither yourselves nor the elves would want to befall any of their people. And should it be left to fester, it will come to the town.
Make an Arcana check.
Ooh. Oh, 4. That's not my strong point.
I know not the ways of magic. That is why I have now what seems to be deceitful court mage. Why were you hiding Ram, Dynasty? I'll get to that in a second, actually. I know not of these others you speak of, but I do respect the coming face to face with danger itself. I can respect that.
If I may speak, what brought us all together on this occasion were the disappearances. And it was our investigation that led us into this whole...
mess.
Yes, mess. As we ventured out to the forest, we found Ram and the halfling boy, and we continued to investigate further to find the cause of such occurrences. what we found was a portal. And accompanying the portal was the totem of Myliki. It was being used as part of the portal. And it is with that as to why the totem was taken originally, because of these occurrences of the disappearances. Investigations were being done by the Wood Elf people into this, and Xylee acted what some may consider hastily, but still with good in her heart, as she was acting in defiance of her father, in defiance of the laws of here, in order to ensure that good would befall all of the surrounding areas. After we returned, our intention was to Xylee accompanied us because we were going to come straight to you with the unicorn totem. And it was with that the occurrence in the town square happened.
I understand. Somewhat. Dynasty, why was Ram reported missing if he was with Xylee? Ram then steps forwards. It was my fault. He kind of kneels down. Her people rescued me. I was on the verge of death, and to pay back, I was willing to do everything. I asked if there was anything they wanted, and one of them told me that I was to bring the unicorn totem. And I did it. She looks down at Xylee. You conspired this, Xylee? She looks up. It was a matter of time. It had to be done. It had to be. There was someone... Someone is doing... Something's causing this. Someone. I needed to put a stop for it before it got worse. I'm sorry I used Ram and went behind your back to do this. Arrest Ram, Marshal Novanta. Ram, you'll be sentenced to a month. Hard labor. Think of this as a mercy.
Is that like hard liquor or?
No.
I just like blamed it on the guy who died. Hey.
My lady, if I may, though we're not from here, we do not know your laws. I must urge there is a third party here at play, one that is beyond whatever quarrels is going here, one that is a threat. Ram's actions, although I know are of breaking the law, were with the best interests of this town. Should he have not done what he did, the portal would have still been open, and the horrors that have already started coming out would have continued.
My lady, I understand your respect for the law. It dwells deep within myself as well. But what I have to turn myself to in these kind of situations is not the law of the land, but a law that abides above all else. And a law that is going to be continued to be broken if we do not take action.
Asphyxia and Dane, make intimidation checks.
Intimidation?
Yes.
That wasn't intimidation.
No.
I don't want to intimidate her.
You are
No, I'm just being super honest.
I know.
I'm not trying to be intimidating. I'm trying to be...
Though you are telling her of a threat, and as you're telling her off this threat, she's getting a little bit concerned. It's not you intimidating her and being like, they're going to come kill you. It's like you're telling her about a major, bigger issue, and she's...
You're just telling her scary
Can I just
stuff.
be persuasive of it and use my persuasion instead?
Yeah, I.
Yeah, because I'm literally just trying to like be completely honest and describe the situation to its fullest.
Yeah, you can do that. Okay. You could do that with charisma. Well, the persuasion.
All right, I'm using my my thingy that gives me +5.
Oh, okay.
In the book, whatever the one. Wait, it's right here. Emissary of Peace. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
I'm activating my channel divinity. So, persuasion. 8 plus 5
Okay.
is 13.
You've covered the bases.
And 12. Can I also try? I have one of my feats is diplomacy. So if I've been conversing with someone for a minute or more, I can make a charisma roll against their wisdom roll. If they fail, they are charmed for a minute.
Oh my god.
If they succeed, they don't know I tried to charm them.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh Jesus. That's
Oh, Jesus.
Will that be charm in the same way that once the charm finishes? Because with the charm,
No, this one they don't know that they were charmed. It's
Yeah,
just
it doesn't state.
it's just like, oh yeah, what you're saying makes a lot of sense right now.
yeah.
Holy shit. Where did this stunt come from? Oh
It's my feet that I
Okay.
Oh my-
Your feet.
You sneaky
Yeah.
bugger.
All right.
very
So
diplomatic person. So I make a persuasion roll, like a separate one for that one, and
Also,
then
you make a charisma check? Isn't that what it is?
I think it is it's a charisma persuasion,
okay.
Oh, okay, it's persuasion.
and because let me just click on it. Oh, where are we?
She rolls a 19.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Aw.
Thanks.
And mine is 25. She is charmed.
Yeah.
For a minute.
She begins to approach down the stairs, and that you succeed on the get out of jail skill challenge of marking those.
now. Where's the collect $200?
You don't collect $200.
There's another lady that we can collect 150 gold for each person we brought back, but that's not this lady, I don't think.
Oh, by the way, when do we get paid? No.
So I was trying to urge her to not sentence Ram, actually was what I was just talking to her about. And that to let us help them, essentially. He just forgets it.
She walks down the stairs towards you, stops at Xylee and Ophelia and addresses you all. Now, I understand. There are greater harms in the world, but we have harms right here. No. Other than the incident yesterday, no harm has truly befallen Naxo, and though we do grieve for lost member, penance still has to be paid. Xylee, you take responsibility for all these under your charge. She looks up there and says, "Yes, I do."
You don't need to do that.
No.
I have to. This is my fault. I caused all this.
This is not her
Yes.
burden to bear.
But if there, like I said, if there is any punishment, I will receive it.
She looks at you. Slaps you.
I was wondering what the heck that was. Like she gets out her checkbook and writes her a fine.
So hands backwards.
She gets
Okay.
sassy.
Oh,
So-
she
She is just a child.
if she slaps Ophelia, Sia is ready to lunge forward.
Yeah.
Can I sense her behind me?
Yes. You can
I'm just
feel
gonna
the
put-
heat.
I'm just gonna put my hand there. It's okay. It's okay. She's gonna like. Oh wait, is my hands?
In front of you, yes.
Okay. She'll just sort of put her hands like above her shoulder. It's okay. But I stay by my word.
Compensation is a delicate thing, as is diplomacy. Xylee, I see this as an act of war. We've come through here. You've destroyed the symbol of peace between me and your father. And through this incident, one has died. Therefore, I lay upon you the following charges. Imprisonment of 1 year. But for the death by association of a citizen without justification, that's death. And for you all, treason.
Someone's a fucking idiot.
I will accept my death.
You will do no such thing, Ophelia.
Please, Sia.
Then this is your death.
Happy for it.
My lady.
I protect your people. I bring them home. Many more have died than they did yesterday. I hope everyone who comes across here and hears of this knows not to protect you. You were on your own. I'll have my death.
And then so it is.
My lady, there is no need to proceed to such actions. We have justly explained the situation to you. We have no hand in this, but to protect.
Your deaths shall be where you are and be
No.
where you fall.
No.
As Xylee, they are now of your charge, now of the Eldrith.
Sia is going to walk forward.
Wait, I don't understand. What is she saying? I don't understand.
She's disregarded everything we've said.
Just saying that we're going to be executed.
No, is she saying that we're being executed?
Make an insight check. Dina
No,
Faye?
I'm just trying to understand what you like the words.
Oh, yeah. So.
Because it doesn't sound like she's saying you are going to die now.
Oh, I thought you said your deaths are where you stand. Like, it's going to be like on the spot. We're going to be being executed right here, right now.
Your deaths are going to be where you are and where you stand. Going to be where you are, where you stand.
Okay, I am going to insight that then. I don't know.
My lady, may I ask one thing?
Oh, sorry, I have it actually too. But also, like, it would be insane for her to be saying that because we just, like, charmed her.
Your charm is still taking effect
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense.
as she's come down to the stairs and she has moved down to the shackles, ignoring you, Ophelia. This threat you all speak about, Xylee. I am too old for war. I am too old to keep fighting like this. If this is true, then I charge you all. Your imprisonment. Your death sentence will be to find that of what's causing all this. You will still have to pay the compensation towards the family of the dead. But your deaths will be where you are, where you stand, where you fall. Wherever that may be. But it will not be here. Today.
It's like, but I wanted to fight.
Hyrule steps forward. My lady, you can't be serious about this. Truly.
Shut your dog up, lady.
Shut up, you stupid dwell slapped.
She puts her arms up.
Oh no.
She's slapping.
Oh.
Lady Neda slaps him.
Bam!
Oh, okay. I thought she was slapping me.
Yeah, sorry.
She's on your side.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was that, Hyrule? You may leave now. And he goes, saunters off in a fury. A couple of people go with him, and then they're looking at the spectacle in hushed murmurs.
I imagine the waffle lady goes like with him.
First in line.
Oh, can I just quickly do like a divine sense on the fucking priest dude? Just real quick, you know?
You can, yeah. Divine sense, nothing goes off.
Okay, alright. He's an asshole, good, yeah.
Yeah, it's just an asshole.
I would recommend you separate church and state next time.
In the attempt, since my late husband's death, I have been putting it to the works. But there are still many here who follow the divine.
Oh, it's not the divine that's the problem. It's the people who wish the divine for their own power. And that's the problem here.
I see your point and where you're coming from, and I agree with you. Zylene, all of you, how will you proceed now? What will you do? You have dodged the hangman's noose today. I believe your words. This all can't be a sudden, random series of events. No, I believe in faith.
You believe our word, yet you sentence us.
Thea, she's giving us the ability to fulfill the intentions that we already held. We certainly will be seeking out the source. It's the reason that I came to this city was I knew I could feel, sense the portal, and that is what I wish to close. Prevent any more loss of life when it is outside of its due time.
Then I am sorry for interrupting this search of yours through a trial, although this has been quite an eventful couple of days for you, you all, haven't it?
I came to this town to drink and fuck and get away from my past, and it looks like I can't do any of that now, can I?
But we do also have respect for procedures that need to be followed.
Indeed.
Yes.
And sometimes you can't escape your past, miss. Sometimes your past will catch up to you. It's how you overcome it. How you claim your past, learn from it, and let your past empower you is what defines you and who you'll become.
You don't know anything about me.
You don't know anything about me.
So let's leave it at that.
My lady, may I have one suggestion for you?
Please.
Ram, instead of hard labor, may be put better to use assisting Dynasty. A skilled apothecary and magic user, should they have someone assisting them, if there are troubles to come, having someone stocking up on provisions of healing potions may be of better use than hard labor.
Dynasty, you've already taken your husband's hand in marriage. Will you take him as your assistant? She gives a... You know, my ladyship, I think I will. He's good help around the house. And I know for a fact that he is hot-headed and sometimes a nitwit. But his intentions are pure and good and true. I will. And if he messes up, well, I'll be sending him straight back to you to deal with. And gives Ram a smile, and Ram kind of like sets his shoulders like, oh, fuck.
Now, my lady, with regards to what our next steps are, I believe our first point of investigation should be the Nightstone itself. The Nightstone is connected to all of this, and there was some kind of summoning that occurred there. I wish to use whatever provisions we have to be able to look into this, including using Dynasty herself.
You are welcome to. You are more than welcome to. Marshal Neventa, please do be sure to, well, oversee all that transpires here. Xylee, if we are going to work together on this, we need to be as transparent as possible. And I hope you don't take full offense for the events occurring here today. And if anybody wishes to speak out against this, say so now or forever hold your peace. There's a silence over the room for just a second. You are all dismissed. The crowd begins to leave. Neventa comes over and undoes the chains on Ophelia's and Xylee's hands.
With regards to what you were saying about transparency and Xylee, I think it might be important to inform her father of where she is, because I'm unsure that he knows.
He doesn't know.
If we do not want to incur any more hostile actions, I believe that that's also on our to-do list.
Did she not send her footman to relay the message?
I'm unsure if he got that, to be honest. I have no way of knowing where Brynthar is. Brynthar could have got there, he could have not. They're still out there, my lady. They're still out there in the forest. We are becoming surrounded. That totem was the entrance to one of our ancient networks. Our Fey Gates, our home. Someone is making them activate. Causes this.
And this entire trial has been a waste of time.
See ya.
It hasn't.
It's the truth, though.
We now have the town helping us. Or at least agreeing to let us come and go.
We have half the town helping us, and then we have half the others who probably want to plot our demise.
And let them plot our demise.
You wouldn't let them take you so easily, would you?
Oh no, I just don't want to be arrested for another murder.
See ya.
Right.
But your ladyship, I may ask, if we can, we would lack protection when we're in town. After this is being so public, the people who do not agree with us, the people who follow the priest, may come after us.
Hence why I've assigned Marshal Neventa, our guard captain, to oversight your investigation, like I've said. If there is anyone more trustworthy, I feel, my captain of the guard, I could think of a man no more competent. And he kind of looks at you and goes, I got you, lass.
Well, I appreciate that.
My lady, if I might ask, what do you know of the Nightstone?
My husband's father's father uncovered it during the creation of Nightstone itself. They saw it as a great treasure, something to display. On that night, that midnight blue sky, that stone looked exactly like it. And so, we named it after it. And we've made it the centerpiece.
Is that all you're aware of?
It is beautiful. We do know it's got some sort of residual magic, but it is unknown to what extent. Dynasty leans in. It is true. I've still yet to uncover it. Divination
Xylee-
fails through it.
Xylee, do you care to share what you know?
She shakes her head, nods her head. Yes, it was one of the reasons we went to. It was one of the reasons why my father went to war. He wanted it to be secure. He didn't hold trust. My mother was the one who died along with other dream weavers to seal a murderer. Horrible man of our kind. One who was obsessed with power over death. He didn't want to give in. And so that's where we sealed him. We sealed him in between life and death, and there he stays. This could be the epicenter of something horrible, my lady. And we need to work together to prevent this. Reluran. He is a marked one. Marked with death and shadow. It was the unicorn that was keeping him sealed. Well,
Marked one, what does that mean?
your hand.
Mm-mm.
That's what it means. It means one whose hand is marked like yours. It's
All the NPCs are just throwing us under the bus today.
Oh, I'm sorry. There are ones in the world. I believe that there are 6 at the moment. There's always been 6. Their marks manifest power in different ways and forms. It's a thing that's inherited. It's a thing that's gifted. It's a thing that's found. And the stronger it gets, for good or for worse, it's dangerous.
Great. Love to know it. Thanks.
Only if you lose control. It's only that. Like Lauren,
Thanks. Love it.
no, you can be completely different. See her.
I
Into all this.
the waffle lady out, by the way. I'm following.
Xylee, I'm sure there is a more appropriate place we can speak other than in the Grand Hall. Come. I'd like to apologize
Please,
to you all for believing such prejudice against you. It just came to a it came to a shock to when I heard of murder and summonings in market. Although I am unfortunate, I do have to declare that you will have to pay the families and the medical costs. Xylee, this...
Can someone pay our medical costs?
Well, we healed one person, so we don't have to pay for them.
I'm perfectly happy to personally heal anyone who is injured and also do a ceremony for the one who passed.
Then consider a fine of 150 gold pieces for property damages, and 100 for the medical expenses of others.
That's fine. If we just go see Lady Andar, she said 150 per person. We brought 2 people back, so that means we left with 50 after doing
We
that.
don't have to pay them.
I am Lady Nanda.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Yeah.
I wrote Anadar here. That was from like the first session.
Oh,
yeah, her
good.
name is Lady
It's
Nanda.
like, yeah, then we just brought, just give us 50, 300. I wasn't saying that to her. That way. I was saying that as Eliza.
Come, there are
But
other.
this is Eileen's problem.
What, we're gonna let a little girl pay a fine with nothing to her name?
She's a
Yeah.
fucking princess, my dude.
You see, she
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
really have anything on her.
Yeah, let's go ask her dad. I'm sure he'll be really happy to pay for the like medical expenses.
Like you can't afford
Daddy, there was summoned spirit doggo.
Money, please.
So, as you all head off from the main chamber, you go into a discussion with Lady Nanda over how you're going to go about this effort. We pan over to Asphyxia. You were stalking this woman.
Or Faye.
Oh wait, Adina Faye. I'm so sorry.
I've just left me.
I am so sorry.
Just her birds.
As you follow this woman, Adina Faye, she heads on over to a stall. She hits her hand down. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn drow. Damn whatever the other are. Damn orcs.
Uh-oh, fantasy racism time.
Like whatever the other thing was.
it. Yeah, we're not sorry. I hate them.
I don't even know what it is, bitch.
I don't understand, but I hate it.
Thanks, I hate it.
I need a drink. See, she goes heading
She
towards.
turns around and I'm just there.
She turns around and she's like, "Oh!"
Now, there wouldn't be much point in damning us, would there?
Fuck her up.
Well, nothing to say now.
What do you want?
There is only one small thing I would like from you, in exchange for perhaps your life. I believe you received it last night from a certain priest. One small platinum bar. Thank you.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
Good lord.
I actually, for some reason, have nothing on my intimidation. I fucked up my stats.
I'm suing you for defamation.
Yeah.
Just go with the law.
She looks at you like, how could you, found out. She panics and just like turns and like runs a couple little bit, but she stumbles and falls onto the ground and rolls onto the ground and goes, "Don't hurt me, please don't hurt me, please, please, I'll give it to you, it's that little chest under the cloth under the table, I'm sorry."
Retrieve it for me, now.
She gets up, scampers over towards it, opens it up and pulls it out and goes,
Let's take it.
God, if anyone hears about this, we're fucked.
What's she gonna do? Report her bribe money?
Yeah.
Mm,
For another bribe, she might, you know.
And I expect no one will be hearing about this, since, you know, you didn't come across this in particularly honest ways. And if you speak to anyone, I will find you again.
No, not a soul, miss. Not a soul.
Then it's been a pleasure doing business with you. And I just peace out again.
Backflip away.
Come by any time for crepes.
I just want. Could my voice just float on the wind and be like, I prefer waffles?
And with that snarky remark, as you flick the platinum bar in your hand and catch it, you saunter on back. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh my god, holy Yeah, talk about fucking stressful. Good lord.
It was fun.
Good work,
Yeah,
everyone.
that's a good time.
That was. At first, the odds were very stacked against you. A couple of good rolls, and then some good ideas. Woof. Woof.
Why don't you change your mind now? We're all dead.
I mean, I had
We
ideas.
can take a.
She doesn't know that she was charmed, but all of a sudden she's like, I actually don't like you that much. Just like,
Let's hope she's like. I
Your
should
presence
probably look at
irritates me.
V, can I just take a second to be like, holy shit, your fucking speech was nuts. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Thank you.
advantage to V for that. Good goddamn work, my lord.
That was so good. Holy
Oh god.
Oh,
Thank you. I'm very good at making those speeches. I have done many as a D&D character.
I'm going to highlight that, by the way. That's good.
I'm not good. Well, as a player, I love diplomacy. As a character, see, I can't do it.
But I loved what you did to see her holding the two. And I honestly thought you were going to go lash out and hit her.
I was close to it.
She was this close.
You were this close, but no, good work, guys. And we're going to call tonight's session. That was wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone, for dropping by. Thank you for reading as well. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the follow, guys. Thank you for the host, Joeygasm. Gamer time for the host. Gektek. I love that name. That's great. I'm going to use that in something.
I'm gonna cat rude dab for the fact that we survived.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm wearing like this. I'm actually wearing the jacket from my emote.
World jacket.
So next time on Underachievers D&D, let's see how far we can get in this investigation.
Let's see how low we can go.
Yeah.
How low can
We
we go?
didn't even bring out
How
beat.
low can we go?
Solid eight.
How low can we go?
Exactly. I mean, there is going to be
Solid A- for today.
solid A-. Exactly. Bringing your B game. A- game, apparently. And next time we'll see what your investigation holds. If you have any ideas, let me know. And
It
As-
holds dead people.
it holds dead people.
Oh,
As for us, fam, we are out, and we will catch you next time on Underachievers D&D. If we'd like to do a rounds and just say who we are, where we can find you as well, that'll be nice. Just so the lovely people out there can find all of y'all. Let's start with Scarlet Moth.
Oh hi, I'm Scarlet Moth. You can find me on Twitter at that Scarlet Moth. I'm an artist, cosplayer, D&D lover, shit poster, all those good things. If you follow me now, then you've just missed all my Eurovision shit posting. So well done you. I'm starting streaming. I did my first stream last week.
You fucking what?
I did my first test stream last week, and we watched we watched the first semi-final of Eurovision together. It was great fun.
Why didn't you tell us about this?
I posted it on Twitter.
Fucking bitch.
I posted it on Twitter.
It's not good enough.
Wait, will you realize your actions have consequences?
When we learn.
I'm gonna try to set up my second webcam so we can start doing some art streams, because I've been working on stuff like cosplay design.
Yes!
Ariel?
It's Zariel, so yeah.
Oh.
This is probably going to be one of my next cosplays.
Keep it safe for work.
And I'm really invested into this Descent
Yeah.
campaign coming out. So-
Never mention Zariel to me ever again, or I'll have another heart attack. Oh my
There's
god.
absolutely no reason why I mentioned hell's coming out of the portals.
Go away, let me live. Oh my god.
No,
Give
I won't.
me.
Next up, Cat Roulette.
Hello, I'm Cat Roulette or Jimmy. I do lots and lots of art. If you would like to look at my art, then follow me on Twitter, which is Cat Roulette, but with a 3 instead of the E, because I can't get the name that I want.
Yeah. Next up is Todd.
Hi, I'm Todd. I go by Marv in most places. Marv with 4 M's on Twitter. I'm a 3D artist, and go follow me and check out my shit. Yeah, thanks.
And then Alicia.
Ooh, goodbye. I'm Alicia. I am a cosplayer and streamer and usually chill dude. I am actually going into a full-time streaming, if that's a present or not, schedule. So I'll be streaming League tomorrow. I'll be trying to do some ARAMs.
Stream me, yes, sir.
That's on the list, but I put a poll up, and League of Legends is what got the most votes for tomorrow. So that's what I will be doing.
God damn it.
And speaking of League, actually the next cosplay I'm doing is Heart Piece of Fiora. So I'll be probably streaming of construction of that as well. I'm just Alicia on anything or Alicia cosplay, so just search Alicia if you can remember how to spell it.
It's on the screen.
It is on the screen right now.
You can also scroll on down below to the doobly doop down there, and you'll also find the links to everyone's Twitters.
Call the number on your screen right now. $20 off posters.
I'm sure if you just try and spell Alicia, but spell it wrong, you're pretty much good there.
You'll get it.
If you just kind of fuck it up.
Alicia, press 1, 7, 4 on your keypad now.
And
Order now for a free NutriBullet.
and throw your fire kitties, your storms, your cat dabs up in chat as we give a big round of applause for V on that one. Bravo, my friend. Bravo. That was wonderful.
Thank you. I'm getting a little applause. Is that my cue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Cool. I'm V, or otherwise known as Viridian Knight, misspelt, because I have the same problem that Jimmy has. I don't do anything cool on the internet. I kind of just shitpost, but I might start working on a female Omen-drawn cosplay for PAX this year.
Shit. Well, yeah, I'll be.
I don't do anything cool on the internet, but I'm making a fucking sick-ass cosplay maybe. Like, come on.
I'm making more games, so we should definitely get the A team together.
Well, we might be joined by a female Jim Dark Magic as well. Because those designs are cool. You've missed our Twitter conversation.
My gosh. How dare you.
But yeah, other than... I mean, hopefully I'll get started on that soon. But other than that, I do not stream. I don't do anything. Though, I say that, but I will be streaming this week because
Full of lies.
Well, I won't be personally streaming. But I will be appearing on Dragons and Cats' other campaign, Dragon's Brew, as the mysterious draconic tiefling sorcerer Macaf, who has been missing for 2 years. May have some problems.
You lie, yeah.
Oh
my god. Oh fucking
Yeah.
And with that, friends, foes, and familiars, we are out. That was the Underachievers D&D. Until next time, keep rolling.
Hey, what? Nah, we gotta stop. Because our DM also does 2 campaigns. Dragons and Cats does Dragon Brew on Wednesdays.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's what we got.
And this one right here.
This one right, yeah. You got this campaign. You've got Dragon Brew on Wednesdays, which can start from any time from about 7:30 to about 8:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time.
We try to be on brand.
You do.
We try.
But Kyle...
The Vice as well.
Kyle is on Tall Squall's channel, plays Vidar Lycran, really cool character. Yeah, and that's at 4 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
I know this right now. So yeah, if you want to see Kyle as a player instead of a DM, check that out. Also, Tall Squall is really cool.
Also, yeah, I also play with Tall Squall.
Yes.
We're hopefully coming back in June for more World Tree Burns.
Yes. So check that out. Where can we check that out?
Right. Oh, yeah. So I'll do some plugs for my stuff, my games as well.
Yeah,
'cause I
plug away. Come on, guys.
So yeah, that's hopefully coming back in June. The World Tree Burns, which is the Midgard campaign run by new Wizards of the Coast's game designer Dan Dillon.
He's so kind.
He
Such
is
a good boy.
lovely, the best person. So that's going to be on Kobold Press's Twitch channel coming sometime soon for season 3. Also this Thursday, I'm starting the D&D campaign on my channel.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's called The Clueless in the Cage, and it's a Planescape campaign because that's my whole life. So we're doing our session 0 this Thursday.
And
It's might be a bit chaotic because it's going to be my first time doing like multiple chat windows on Streamlabs, but we'll make it work.
And we'll be there Thursday night to check that out. So
Okay.
Don't worry, we'll help you if we can. Until then, friends at Foes and Familiars, that's us. We are the Underachievers D&D. I'm Dragons of Cats. And until next time, keep rolling 20s. Peace out, fam.